Hi Scorpio, this is going to be your reading for March 2019. Before I start the reading, I just want to say, I haven't done readings for the last 3 months. As most of you know, I was unwell. I had to go through treatment. The treatment obviously had some side effects, which I'm now healing from. One of them being making me very tired, the other one giving me a very dry mouth, which unfortunately means I do need to pause through the reading to have a sip of water, and it may very well distort the way I sound. For that, I can only apologise. I want to say a massive thank you to the people that continuously emailed me while I was going through my treatment. You'll never know how grateful I am that you took the time out of your busy schedule to send me messages, to ask how I was, to check up on me. You know, it really does mean a lot. I'm not going to say your names because that is personal, but you do know who you are. Also, as I've mentioned to the other signs, the way I used to do the readings is I used to try to cram 12 readings and personal readings into one weekend. Now that's going to be different. Now it's going to be 6 per weekend and personal readings on top of that. But at the same time, if I don't have time or if I'm tired, then, you know, that may not be the case. So it is really very much as and when I can do the readings, I will do them. But I will try my best to be consistent throughout the month. Next weekend, I am hoping to do the ex-partner readings. Now, Scorpio, enough of me rambling. Let's get started with your reading. So, the issue is the Three of Wands. Now, the Three of Wands, as we know, is a card that deals with us waiting for our ships to come in, yes. But it can be a card as well about waiting to see the results. Because to get to the 3, we had to have come from the 2. Now, I'm going to skip and then jump back again because in the present, we've got the 2 of Wands. So we've got the 2 and the 3. So the 2 is a crossroads, being at a crossroads. So no wonder the 3 of Wands is your issue, because as I said, you've got to get through the 2 of Wands to get to the 3. So you at the moment, in some area of your life, or it could be, you know, across the board in your life, you're at this crossroads. For some of you, it may be a relationship. For others of you, it may be to do with your career. For some of you, it may be where you live. As I said, any area. Now, going back, with the past coming through, we have the King of Cups. So, I could say that this is you, being Scorpio. The King of Cups, you know, the thing with the King of Cups is he's mastered his emotions. But is that the case here? If we're saying that this King of Cups is you, and as I said, the King of Cups, he has learnt to master his emotions. Is that something that you're needing to do at Scorpio? Are you needing to master your emotions when it comes to making a very important decision in your life? Yes, the King of Cups could be talking about another individual that you may very well be at a crossroads with. Another Scorpio or Pisces or a Cancer. So you'll know if you've got another water sign in your life that you are feeling this way about. Or, as I said, whether this King of Cups is talking about you needing to master your emotions. Now, in the advice position, we have the Hermit. Now, the thing I always pick up with the Hermit is he's not looking so much for answers about the path ahead, because he's got his lantern. The path in front of him is lit up. But the hermit is needing to go within himself to find answers to a question or questions that only he can answer. I think it's in your advice, Scorpio, because I feel that it's advising you that at this moment, you may need to control your emotions, okay? You may be being a little bit too emotional about something. And you may very well need to go within yourself at the moment in order to find the answer as to which path you should go down. In your environment, we have the Hangman. Now, I don't think this Hangman is referring to somebody else. I think that this Hangman is referring to you. That at the moment, when it comes to your environment, you are in limbo. You're not making any moves, okay? Because I do think that you need to, yes, maybe change your perspective. You need to gain some fresh insight, but that insight needs to come from within you and be about you, okay? Because I feel while this crossroads could be involving another person, I feel that the most important person in this reading is you. And that most of this reading is concerning how you are feeling and what you are thinking and what it is that you are wanting for your future. Now, hopes and fears. And can I just say, with the Hangman there, if it's not there so much to suggest that you're not making any moves at the moment because you're at this crossroads, then please can you take this as well as some advice that maybe at the moment you should keep yourself in limbo. Don't make any sudden moves until you've made the right decision. Now, hopes and fears. 10 of Pentacles. This would be a hope. The 10 of Pentacles is the optimum when it comes to our finances. 10 of Pentacles talks about family. It can talk about inheritance. It can talk about relationships, marriage, you know, a home that we share with another individual. It's in your hopes and fears. So this is something you're hoping for. You know, is there an inheritance situation that you are hoping is going to be resolved? And until it's resolved, you can't choose your path? Is it, for some of you, involving a marriage? Whether you want to get married or whether you want to stay in a marriage? Is it just a hope there because you're hoping that whatever path you decide to go down, the results you get from that are going to be, you know, security? Now, moving down, we have more indecision here. We have the 2 of Pentacles. Now, sometimes the 2 of Pentacles can be a card of juggling too much, okay? We're managing, we're coping, but nonetheless, we're juggling too much. But sometimes for me, the 2 of Pentacles can be about choice again. Juggling 2 choices. But the problem is here, we have this 4 of Cups. And we know this 4 of Cups is that blah feeling. It's that feeling that whatever is being offered to us is really not stirring us when it comes to our emotions and feelings. It's that kind of, oh, you know, no, this is not what I'm really wanting. This is not what I'm looking for. So, you know, is it a case that something is being offered to you? Is it possible that for some of you it's coming from another water sign, the King of Cups? Or, as I said, is that you? But it's this blah feeling, but you need to get out of that, Scorpio, in order to make a decision. But I fear that you're not going to come away from that Four of Cups feeling until you've made the decision with the Two of Wands. Now, the next card, Seven of Pentacles. So again, the Seven of Pentacles, it's not a negative card, but it's about thinking, I've come so far. I've given so much, invested so much. Is it going to be to my benefit to continue to invest, to continue to give to this? Am I going to see the return on my investment? Now, as I said, whether this is work for you, whether this is relationship, whatever this is, you know, as I said, you're at this crossroads. Do I want to invest anymore? Am I going to see the return? Am I going to get back what I've invested? Your outcome card is the Wheel of Fortune. So, the Wheel of Fortune, good card. Very karmic energy. You know, sometimes we're at the top of the wheel, sometimes we're at the bottom. So the Wheel of Fortune, I'm not reading reversals, so it is upright, but it's suggesting that some good fortune can come your way, that the wheel can start to turn in your favour. But I do feel that but in order for this to start to take place, you're gonna have to make some decisions here, Scorpio. Now, the card we have at the bottom of the deck is the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant can very much deal with marriage. So, is it that a big decision you've got to make is involving a marriage? But the Hierophant also can be to do with, you know, spirituality. So are there some decisions here that you need to make that are going to impact your spirituality? Or is it here suggesting, because the Hierophant can also be about somebody around you that may be older and wiser that you can turn to for some help and advice. But see, I don't think that, because with the Hermit in your advice, that is suggesting you need to go within yourself. So if anything, the Hierophant for me would be talking about your spirituality, your beliefs, what you feel is right and what you feel is wrong. Now, the card from the Psychic Tarot by John Holland, you have Destiny. Now, this is a major arcana. And this card is equivalent to the Wheel of Fortune. So you have the Wheel of Fortune twice. So a very important card for you this month, Scorpio. And in the book it says, good luck and fortune are now in your favour. A cycle of change, success and growth are imminent. Life ebbs and flows in its natural journey, and the Destiny card signifies that good karma has come full circle. Lady Luck is pointing directly at you. What you sowed, you can now reap. So, you know, good month here, okay? But some big decisions I feel are going to have to be made. Your card from the Romance Oracle is Love Yourself First. I don't know if you can see the top bit. love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And that was very much the energy I picked up from the main part of the reading. That although I said for some of you this is going to be talking about another person here, but I feel the most important person in this reading is yourself. So Scorpio, that is your reading. I hope you enjoy viewing it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be with you again soon. Take care. Bye.